So we are going to study about, we are going to start our second module. In the second module, uh, first we are concentrating on the topic that is called version control. So one topic is there, this topic is there. So I am just moving to this one because you have to study in data structure. Uh, you have to copy your files into Git and all. So in order to do all these things, you must understand what is the meaning of version control, what is the meaning of Git, what are the different commands which are used for doing all these things like branching, modifying files, pushing to repository, etc. So first of all, we can start the concept of version control system. What is version control system? So I will give you one small example which, based on which you can understand what is the meaning of version control system. You all are not much familiar about the programming languages. Only some of you may have idea about the programming languages. And suppose you are writing, you are going to start the programming. Suppose you are starting to write a program in C language, and I am giving you a question. You write a program in C to create a calculator that will perform basic operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So what is your aim? Your aim is you want to write a C program, and the meaning of the program is to create a calculator, and inside that calculator you have to do you have to write the code that will perform addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So based on your choice, you can select any particular operation. Let it be addition, then addition will be performed. If the choice is multiplication, the multiplication operation will be performed. If the choice is division, the division operation will be performed. And in the same manner, in the case of subtraction also, then it can be performed. So that is the aim. So since you don't have much idea about how to write a program, how to write a calculator program, what you do is, first of all, you will try to write a simple program that will just do the addition. That will calculate a plus b. So inside that, so first of all, you will write a program which will accept two numbers, and it will add those two numbers, and that will print the addition, that is the result, sum of the two numbers. And you will check whether each and every time whenever you are writing each and every statements, you will compile. After writing the program, you will check whether any errors are there. If everything is perfect, you will be relaxed because you got the output of addition. Okay. So gradually you will try to improve your program. That is, you will try to add another operation into your same program, that is let it be subtraction. So what you will do what you will do is that you will save one copy of your addition program into somewhere. So that suppose if you are making any modification to the existing file, that may lead to error. So it is very difficult for you to retrieve the original one. So naturally what we will do is, we will make a copy of the addition program somewhere inside the directory or inside another any folder, and you will make a copy of the same program on which you will perform the modification. That is, suppose you may add one more part to the existing program which will also do the subtraction also. And you will run it. Suppose if it is working properly, that is addition and subtractions are working on the program successfully, it is working success, it is success. What you will do is, you will also make a copy of the second part. So just imagine that the first one, that is the program that will only perform addition, you can imagine as a first version of the program. And now you have modified the version 1 by taking a copy of version 1, and you are adding subtraction part also to the existing program. So now your program is also, suppose if the program is working correctly, that means that the program can do addition as well as subtraction. So what you will do is, you can also save one copy of the second version which will contain the addition and subtraction part, and you will save it to somewhere else. So now you have two versions with you. The first version is a program that successfully do the addition only, and the second version you can imagine that the program which include the addition and subtraction. And you will make one copy of the second version, and into that you will try to add the third part. Suppose we are writing a code in that copied file for doing the multiplication. Suppose initially some errors will be there, and after correcting all the errors, suppose the system is working properly, what you will do is you will make the third version of your program that will successfully do the addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So now you have three versions of copies with you. In the first version, it will successfully do the addition only. The second version means that will do the addition and subtraction, and the third one is in which it will do the addition, subtraction and multiplication. And suppose that you are also making a copy of the third version, and you are afraid that whether you are making any changes to the existing third version, you will lose all this data. So what you will do is, in the same manner, you will make a copy of the third version, and into that you will make the changes. You will do all the updations. And suppose the fourth task, that is the division, is also trying to include into the program. So suppose it is not working properly, what you will do is you will retrieve the third copy, because suppose you are trying to add the fourth operation, that is division operation to the program. That is, you are doing the modification by adding the new operation, division operation to the program. Suppose that it is making errors, so and so errors are coming. So now the entire program is disturbed because it is not working properly. So what you can do is, suppose you want to take the original copy, you can take it from your saved area, because you already saved each and every version in your system in other folders. So this is the concept of version control system. Version control system means, in the same example I already explained that our aim was we want to create a calculator. Since we are not that much expert in writing the program, what you will do is we gradually start to write the program one by one, by adding each and every operation one by one, and after finishing the first one completely, what you will do is you will write a copy to somewhere else, to some other folder, and that is, you will original will be stored in somewhere, and you will take a copy of the original, into which you will make the modification. And suppose the modifications are also working correctly, what you will do is you will again make another copy of the modified one, and the new other modifications will be done to this copy, and this process will be continued. And this is the version control mechanism. This is also the same concept we are using in version control mechanism. So here it comes, what is the meaning of version control mechanism. Actually, version control mechanism or version control system, its main purpose is to record the changes to a file or set of files over time, and we can recall the specific versions later. So in my example, we have to do each and every task, that is, we have to save somewhere like that. Okay, and the drawback of this method is, suppose you are saving the one version in somewhere, some other folder, later you may forget where you have stored the original version, and that may create certain types of complications. So we can use the invention of the version control technique as a solution to this problem. Actually, what this version control technique do is that whenever you are creating a file, you may be making so much of modification to the existing file. So all the changes to the files will be stored somewhere, maybe one file or more than one files. Each and every time whenever you are making different modification to one file, All the modifications will be stored in this version control system, and whenever you want you can take the appropriate versions. Okay, so that is the meaning of the version control system. Shortly, the version control system is called VCS. You can see here VCS means version control system. And the feature about the version control system is that you can make versions of any types of files. Maybe a JPG file, maybe a .c file, maybe a CPP file, a Word file. So the type of the file doesn't matter, but the idea is same. Idea is that you can record each and every changes that have been done to your file, and whenever you want you can retrieve the appropriate version. Suppose I want only the second version of that file, I can take it. If I want the latest version of that file, it is possible. So that is the main advantage. Version by version the details will be stored inside the version control system. So its main advantages for the graphical designer or web designer, etc. Because in the here we have to consider the case of a project. If you are doing a project, suppose you have a team of developers are there who all are working together for a particular project. So the version control mechanism will be very important to them, because they want to save their modification to somewhere, so that each and every day each person may be working independently, and they have to make the version. Suppose if any one thing is not working, the developer has to take the previous version of that particular program part. So in that case also the version control mechanism is very much useful. So the main aim or main idea of the version control mechanism is that, as I said, suppose you have created a file. Suppose different versions of files exist in this version control system. We can revert the selected files back to the previous state. That means suppose this file has 3 versions are there. If the third version is not working properly, you can revert back to any previous state. Maybe you can go to the version 2 or version 1, like that. And there are different things we can do in version control system. The first point is that we can revert back to the previous state. So as I said, suppose if any particular version is not working properly, or if it is creating any errors, we can revert back to the previous state, previous version, previous state. That is one thing we can do in version control system. Second one is that the entire project. So in our example, we just considered about a simple file. But if you are imagining it as a project, okay, project may contains of a lot of information, a lot of work which is done by different persons will be there, which is clubbed to create a project. So you can also make, we can revert the project to its previous state. That is also possible. And next thing is that suppose I am making 2 versions of one file. That is, suppose I have an original version, and to the original version suppose I am making some modification that will create the next version of the file. If I want, I can compare the first and second version to understand which of modifications are added to the previous file. So it is also possible. And the next thing we can do in version control system is that suppose we want to identify who is the person who has modified a file. Okay, suppose there is I also said that the version control system is most useful whenever you are doing a project. So when you are normally project includes a lot of developers. It's a teamwork. Suppose the 10 persons are working together in order to do a project. Each and every day they may be doing some work, and if you have a version control system, all this work can be stored into the version control system. And suppose one person who has modified class has made some errors. That is, suppose project is not working properly. It was okay so far, but the next day suppose it is not working properly. So we want to check who is the person who has modified the project last, so that we can identify whose work made the project error that is caused the problem. So version control system also allows us to do that task. And next is, suppose if any issue regarding the project or if any issue regarding the file is there, we can also identify when what is the issue and when the issue was created. So all these details can be identified by using the version control system. So a version control system has all these much of advantages are there. So the main advantage of version control system is that we can recover our data whenever needed. All the changes, all the updations, all the versions of a file or project, everything can be stored inside the version control system, and whenever we want, we can recover the data. That is the meaning of the version control system. And now, these are the main goals. What are the goals? Already I explained the goals about the version control system in simple sentence. And this is the, if we are pointing out the goals of the version control system, these are the goals. The first one is that it allows the developers to work simultaneously. So as I said, whenever we are considering about the project, we said that the project is a teamwork which includes a lot of people will be there. So it allows, the version control system allows to work each and every person simultaneously. Suppose I can do, suppose 10 persons are there in the team. Each person can do their work independently. There is no problem for that. So that is one advantage. Second advantage is that it will not overwrite each other's change. I may be making a change to one file. The same file, other person may be making the changes. So the changes which are made by me and made by other persons will not overwrite. That will be two separate copies of the same file. Okay, so that is the second advantage. The third one is that we can maintain the history of every versions of everything. Versions I already explained the help of one calculator example, in which we are saving each and every versions of that program. So in the same manner, whenever we are considering about a file or whenever you are considering the development of a project, that is what we have to study in software engineering. And there, each and every history, that is how we created the project, what are the different steps of the project. So every history can be stored. Okay, that are the main goals of the version control system. And now we can study the different types of version control system, and mainly there are two types of version control systems are there. The first one is called centralized version control system, and the second one is called distributed version control system. But before explaining these two types of version control system, first of all I am going to explain what is the meaning of local version control system. So this was the initial type of version control system, that is local version control system. So in the local version control system, here there is a database. Database means that you just imagine this one a database as a storage area where we are storing a lot of data. Okay, a lot of data are storing in one place is called a database. Suppose I need to store the details about all of you 60 students. It is possible. So I can create a database in which I can store each and every details about you are, like your roll number, your register number, your name, your address. So I can create a database in which I can add each and every details. So in local version control system also, there is a simple database is used which will store all the changes which are made to the files. Okay. That is how the version control system works. This local version control system works in such a method that whenever we are making each and every versions, each and every modifications of a project or of a file, the changes are only stored inside this database. And one example of this local version control system is RCS, which is also used nowadays. And in RCS, how the modifications are stored? They are stored in such a way that whenever we are, suppose if two versions of a same file is there. First file, so in our example, first file is the file that consists of only addition operation. The second file is the file which include addition and subtraction operation. So if you're comparing these two files, the differences, that is what all things you have done additionally to the first version. So that will be stored in a particular format inside the file. So that will help to retrieve each version. So from second version, if you are moving to third version, the difference between the two versions will be written into the disk in some other format. So advantage is that we can recreate whenever we want a particular version, we can recreate from this information. So this is the figure about the local version control system. And main idea or main point about the local version control system is that suppose I have a system, all the local version control, my system is used for storing my backups. That is, I am storing my backups in this local in my own system. So suppose I have a file is there in my system. There is a database that is called version database, in which I will store each and every versions. So that is the idea of the local version control system. In local version control system, locally I am storing each versions in the form of a database in my own system. So what are the drawbacks of this local version control system? The first drawback is that I am storing my backups, or I am storing my different versions in my own system. I cannot communicate or collaborate with other developers. But whenever we are discussing about, whenever we are considering a project, it is actually a teamwork in which the collaboration is very essential. So in such type of system, this local version control systems may not be useful. The second one is that since we are storing all the history about the different versions of your project or your file in your own system, that is only in single place. Suppose your system fails, if some problems happens to your system, you will lose everything. That is the drawback of the local version control system. So now I said if any question is there to explain what is the different types of version control system. Mainly there are two types of version control systems are there. The first one is centralized version control system, and the second one is distributed version control system. So now we are going to explain in detail about what is centralized version control system, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages. The centralized version control system is that in this case there will be one main server. It is a client server type of approach. There will be one server system or a main system is there, which will act as the version control system. Okay, there is here all the versions about a different person. That is, here we can see there are a lot of developers are there. This is the first developer, this is the second developer, this is the third developer. Each of them may be working on different files. Each versions of each developer's file will be stored in this shared repository. That is, there will be only one main system. There will be one server system in which all the files, all the versions of all the files of all the developers will be stored. And this was used as a standard version control system for many years. And these are the advantages of the centralized version control system. That is, it will let each of the person, suppose we are considering about a project, one advantage is that we can work, collaboration is also possible because everything is stored inside the server system. So each of the person can understand up to a certain extent that what is the other person doing. So that is one advantage. And the second advantage is that the main system, that is the server, is normally controlled by the administrator, and he will get the overall control. He will get a good control over the server. So that is server as well as to the clients also. So that is the second advantage of this centralized version control system. And if you are considering the disadvantage of the system, the disadvantage is that since only one copy of the history of your data is there, history of your versions are there inside the server. So suppose the server is not working for a particular period, suppose it is not working for 1 hour, etc. The problem is that, or if it fails, so whatever happens, the problem is that entire history will lose. You will lose your entire history. So that is the main drawback of this centralized version control system. So the developers cannot collaborate, the version changes, everything will lose. So that is the main drawback of this centralized version control system. So in order to overcome that problem, we have introduced another type of system that is called distributed version control system. In the case of distributed version control system, actually the idea is that there will be a central repository will be there. You just imagine a repository as a storage area, a large storage area. And in that storage area, actually all the versions of your files, everything. Not you have to imagine as a set of developers. A lot of people will be there. Suppose A is one person who is working on computer A, B is another person who is working in computer B, etc. And like that, if 10 developers are there, 10 developers will be working together for a particular project. So all the versions of every developers, that is all the file versions of every developers will be stored inside the central repository, and one copy of the central repository will be stored in individual systems. That is, this is the server computer in which the history and all the details about different versions of each and every file will be stored, and one copy of the same details will be there in each of the client side computer. Okay, so each of them are a mirror copy, a clone copy of the main repository. So its advantage is that whenever the server fails, nothing to worry, because one copy of the server system is there in every client system. So we can copy, or we can take the, that is we can restore the value, that is the current value of the repository can be restored from any of the client, and thus we can continue our work. So that is the main advantage of the distributed version control system. In most of the today's companies or organizations, softwares, everywhere we are using this concept of the distributed version control system. In short, the centralized version control system is called CVCS. That is, VCS means version control system. Just before to that, we just want to write the first letter of centralized, that is C. And distributed version control system is DVCS. D for distributed, V for version control system. Okay, so that is the main advantage of this distributed version control system. And another advantage is that each of the, as I said, it is each of the developers can communicate with each other simultaneously. That is, they can work, suppose A and B can work, communicate with each other. At the same time, C and D can communicate with each other. So such type of collaboration among different group of people simultaneously are possible. So these are some introduction about the version control system. So here I said what are the what is version control system, goals of version control system, different types of version control system like local version control system, centralized version control system, distributed version control system.